Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking 3 easy steps to ruining a sales career. Let's start by defining what sales is and why it's important to have a successful sales career. In my view, sales is the process of convincing, persuading a prospect customer to purchase your product, good, service, solution. The better you are at gaining compliance, the more successful you're going to be. And the reason why it's important to be successful is because you're going to get promotions, make money, the lifestyle, status, prestige, recognition, all of the laundry list items that we are all chasing today. There's loads of information out there telling you what to do, how to do it better. But I think it's also important to talk about what not to do. I believe I am the most qualified person on planet Earth to talk about this subject because I once had a successful sales career and then I eventually lost my job. So I can talk based on firsthand experience here today. And the 3 easy steps to ruin a sales career is to avoid prospecting, is to fail to listen to your customers, and to neglect self-development. I have good news for you. There is one solution, there's one button you can click to actually solve all of this. Press subscribe right now because it will help you and it helps the channel as well. Let's begin with avoiding prospecting. I grew up as a sales development rep in the real world. They handed me a headset. I made 60,000 cold calls and they told me a happy pipeline is a happy life. And let's start by defining what prospecting is, what is pipeline. I view prospecting as the process of reaching out to, soliciting customers, prospects, cold calling them, cold emailing them, using LinkedIn, using different tactics in order to gain their attention and hopefully increase their intent to want to solve their problem. So you're reaching out to them. Hey, I imagine you're wasting a lot of your time on this process here today. I happen to have a solution that can help. Let's set up a meeting to talk. When you set up that meeting and it goes well, that's going to result in pipeline. So let's say the company you set up a meeting with makes $1 billion in revenue and maybe their problem is costing them $100 million in revenue. You're going to go turn up and charge them $10 million for your product, service, solution, whatever it may be. So that's going to be the potential pipeline value that you can charge them. The more meetings you have, the more pipeline you're going to have. But if you don't prospect, you will not have meetings. And if you don't have meetings, you will not get pipeline. If you don't have pipeline, you will not hit your sales targets. And if you don't hit your sales targets, you'll be very unhappy. I once missed my sales targets, and I can tell you, you don't want to miss your sales targets. I talked about the sales psychology after missing my quota for the first time in 5 years, and I can tell you, it was quite disappointing because you go into the quarter expecting to hit quota, trying as hard as you can, and then when you come up short, you start to question reality and ask, is sales really for me? Do I want all this pressure? So if your quota was, let's say, $225,000 in closed revenue per quarter, roughly like mine was, you want to have at least 4x pipeline coverage, meaning if your quota is $225,000, you want to multiply that by 4, you need $1 million in pipeline. So if you avoid prospecting, you will not have pipeline and you will live a very unhappy life, therefore ruining your sales career. Next, let's talk about failing to listen to customers. We all know what we want as reps. We want to hit quota and then we want to make money. We want to get a direct deposit in our checkings account and we want to use that money to go out on the weekends. We want to use that money to go on cool trips. We want to use that money to buy big steaks like I'm thinking about going and doing tonight. Ultimately, we want more money because we think that will solve a lot of the problems we have in life. And I'm not going to talk about how to solve those problems in life today, but I will talk about how to solve the problem of failing to listen to your customers. Think about this. We know what we want. The only way for us to get what we want as sales reps is to actually give a customer what they want. What do customers want? Customers have problems and customers want to make their life easier. Customers want to avoid getting fired. Customers want to avoid taking extreme risks. So when you can start to uncover what do they actually care about, what are their hidden motivations? Oftentimes it's not to go recognize some million X ROI so they can make the company all this money. It may just be, hey, I have 2 kids at home, I'm working for this big Fortune 500 company, and I just don't want to make too much noise and take a risk that results in the company losing money. So think about this. Everything you want, somebody else has. So you need to get better at listening to customers. We know this. I'm going to give you a very simple framework you can follow here today, and it's called the BANT methodology. So BANT stands for budget, authority, need, timeline. So what you want to start to uncover is the budget. Okay, are you qualified to make this decision, or is it your boss that would ultimately sign the contract? Authority. Okay, how do you stand to benefit from this product, good, service, or solution? And then need, you want to start to uncover, well, what is the actual need? And then we usually can reduce that to pain. And I like to think about it as the implication of the pain. So just because you have a scratch on your arm, that's a pain. Well, what does that pain actually mean? Is it going to result in an infection? Is it going to result in you losing your arm? What are the implications of that pain to result in the need? How can we amplify that by listening? And then ultimately timeline. Why would you change now? Why do you need to solve this now? Oh, if you don't put the Band-Aid on your arm that I happen to have a Band-Aid for, you're going to lose your arm within the next week. Okay, so you maybe want to go purchase my solution right now. So the better you can uncover the needs and listen to your customers, the better you're going to be able to mysteriously talk about how your product, good, service, solution will help them, and therefore they will spend more money with you so that you can put more money in your pocket and therefore not ruin your sales career. Finally, by neglecting self-development, you will absolutely ruin your sales career. We all know AI is coming for all of us. We all may lose our jobs to AI, ChatGPT. We're reading all of this. I think sales reps stand to benefit from AI because the sales reps that are staying up to date with industry trends know more about how to use these tools and how to become more effective, how to become more efficient. And if a company can get rid of 20% of their sales reps because of AI, because the remaining 80% of the sales reps will be more efficient, if you are not focusing on self-development, keeping up with industry trends, working on your mindset, working on your pitch, working on your sales skills, watching videos like this one because you've already subscribed to the channel now, you will become obsolete and you will fall behind the other reps that are investing in themselves, that are listening to podcasts going into the office, that are listening to videos like this one, that are role-playing with their teammates. So the more you avoid self-development, the more obsolete you will become faster. And therefore, think of a roller coaster going straight down, and that will be your sales career going straight down like a meteor on the earth on the roller coaster if you do not do self-development. In conclusion, what we've talked about, if you want to ruin your sales career, there are 3 easy ways. Avoid prospecting, failing to listen to customers, and neglecting self-development. Once again, you can solve all of these immediately with the simple click of a button that's totally for free. Press subscribe to the channel now because it helps, and I'll talk to you in the next video.